The sun is shining, tailgates are humming, and we're getting set for another terrific college football matchup. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Louisiana Tech will kick it off and we'll be underway. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy, and they get the sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
The Blue Hens with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Sure hands, it's LeBoy. And they're able to make the tackle.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He'll set up the throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Guys, let's chat for just a moment about Delaware. By the end of the day, one of these 2 teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have 2 teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
And the Blue Hens line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Hard running there. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
To the ground. He's got it again. Tough run. Gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
It's complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They'll run play action. Quickly complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
They'll try to run for it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Delaware.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Catch in the middle. It's Gandy. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. Quick release by the QB. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Patterson.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it to a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route.
Let's go. On the ready. Got it. Ready, go.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Working that left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They are trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan, and they are executing beautiful.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Makes the grab. It's Silver. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Hens. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Bullock. Swings it out to his running back. He breaks a tackle. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. To the ground with the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking downfield on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
He's got great speed. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Delaware. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Oh, a lot of space. Bulldozes his way through. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Bullock. They'll run the screen. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilkerson. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play calling, really nice execution.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Wiggins. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Bullock. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. He gets a block. He's out of bounds at the 37-yard line, and a really nice job to set up this offense with good field position. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll run it from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Blue Hens will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to return it. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Took you so long. Took you so long.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Moving away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Oh, he wants it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
To the air, it's Bullock. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver.
He's going up top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Got it in the middle. It's Wilkerson. They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball? Wants to go up top on first down. Got the quick pass. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Sets up the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play. Brings up
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass, it's Bullock. That's caught, it's Robertson. Got enough space. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here comes the heat. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They punted away on fourth down. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Blue Hens will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Woods. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
I I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. The next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Bullock. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Finley. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He'll keep it himself. There he goes. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 10. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the 3rd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Miami has the lead right now, but this Canes crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet there in the 305. They're up by 6 over Syracuse. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Hand off from the gun. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Rushes on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the 3rd play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The Blue Hens will punt this one away.
On to kick it away.
might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a man. It's Bullock. Hauls it in. And he should have enough for a Louisiana Tech first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Gandy. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gandy. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability. Stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air, using his feet to buy time. Throwing on the run. He's got it all right. Wide open spaces.
opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Gonna run it. It's given. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. So the final period starts with a second. The sun is shining, tailgates are humming, and we're getting set for another terrific college football matchup. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Blue Hens will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll run this play from the pistol. The give. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. The pull and throw off the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. And they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught him. He was ready for that play.
Looking for a man. It's Bullock. It's Colt. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Just keeps slinging it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Give to the tailback. Open space at the 25. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grab near the sticks. It's LeBoy. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Going to the ground. It's a seam wide open. It's a running room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Blue Hens.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw. It's Bullock. Works the middle. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you start a game in the 1st quarter and you show me I will run my quarterback like you did here, it makes me defend the whole field. It makes me a lot more nervous. You can tell this quarterback will be a threat throughout this football game.
Finds his man. It's Gandy. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Intercepted for the 11th time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time. 2nd and 6. That's caught. It's Patterson. He's loose. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Blue Hens are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the... Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that. Using his legs, it's Robertson. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Bullock. Using the quick game. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And he should have enough for a Louisiana Tech first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Back to throw, it's Bullock. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quickly complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on this.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get stop. On 1st and goal, let's see what Louisiana Tech does. Caught behind the line. It's Wilkerson. And he'll take it in and house it. And the Bulldogs just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Gonna take a shot. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Slithers into space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to ride this running back. He has the 1st and still on his feet. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Bullock. Quick completion on the out. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Oh, they block it. He's got the ball, and it's live.
And, man, did you see that defender?
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the 2nd half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Surprisingly. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Wilkerson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Dropping back, it's Bullock. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. from a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Not going to take a chance to grab. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to fire on second down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Made the... Back to pass, it's Bullock. Unloads to the wideout. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter.
Going deep. Makes the grab at the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Wants to throw again. Back's got it. He's going for the goal line. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do.
The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Ruston, Louisiana, Joe I.A. Stadium, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Liberty Flames, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Flames will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense working from the pistol. They'll leave it with the lone back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
At the 21-yard line. Second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a crease to the left. Still on his feet at the 35. Flying down the left side. All out of space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the move, it's Blue. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. All right, guys, let's talk a little about Liberty. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
The give to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
Gives it on the option. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Bullock. Here's the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And how about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job rallying there by the defense. That's a play they needed to make. They're trailing. It's still early. Lots of football to be played, but that was an important down and distance in this one early.
And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Louisiana Tech, 7, Liberty, 0.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Going right to work up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And the Flames can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
The Flames come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Vasco. Punch it out of the air. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
And the Flames are on the move. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
And what a good job by the pass rush. Get into the QB and putting a lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You got to get quarterback hits.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. They'll go to the air. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Here comes the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Georgia Southern is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Old Dominion. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pulls and fires complete. At the 35, he's open. There he goes to the left. Touchdown Bulldogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you can add my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Sends it back in motion. They give it to him again. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. On the run, it's Blue. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to throw, it's Vasco. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Dickens. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll start this drive at their own 48. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Fenley. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Catch in the middle. It's Gandy. Turning it on. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Louisiana Tech is really moving the football.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to get outside. There he goes. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football. So good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
To throw, it's Bullock. They're setting up the screen. Running through contact. He's stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a first and goal.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
On first and goal, let's see what Louisiana Tech does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, This is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know.
Looking for the end zone. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And they forget the kick. He's going to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. It's a fake. Shades of Little Giants. The Mad Hatter is loose, and it's a touchdown. Oh, the fake caught the defense by surprise. Opened up a little passing lane for the score.
And I tell you what, a field goal block, what are we doing? We're sending everybody. You might want to keep a guy or two back deep just in case they do run the field goal. And when you bring the field goal block and you bring everybody and you're sending all your resources to get them and you're not covering, this can happen. I tell you what, guts to call the play. It actually worked.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Vasco. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Mobley.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Mobley. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot.
Lets it fly. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Flames.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Virginia Tech is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Michael Vick out there, this group is fighting. They're up by a field goal over Miami. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Scanning the field, it's Bullock. Pulls it in, it's Gandy. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. To the air on first down. Makes the catch, it's Gandy. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times, good things happen.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got enough for the first. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. They'll give it to him again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Deep shot for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
On third down, going up top. This one's complete. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Bullock. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. The quick out. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11.
And that kind of tells you how the season's gone for this squad. Just whether it's the offense, whether it's the defense, now it's the special teams. They're missing a makeable kick. It's been that kind of year.
the play fake on first down to throw. Going up top. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
21, Liberty 10.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Motion from the back. Back to pass, it's Vasco. Setting up the screen. Crosses the 35. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise.
There he goes. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Mobley. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Flames with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him.
Fires toward the end zone. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does, too. At that time, maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They were able to come away with a pick.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Handoff to the single running back. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
42 Spider.
42 to the air. It's Bullock. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
That's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gets the back moving. Gonna swing it on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Wiggins. Turning on the Jets. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Complete to the right. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
As a quarterback, you've got to be precise when throwing these corner routes. You cannot leave the ball short or that thing is getting picked. So nice job by the QB, putting enough air under the ball to give his wide receiver a chance.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Now on second down. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Looking for a man. It's Bullock. Unloads it left. And they're not on the same page there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Louisiana Tech will have to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
Back to pass on second down. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Creates a little room. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Quarterback just threw that one wide. Might have been bothered that the defender was going to try to undercut that route and pick it off.
Yeah, and those out routes, remember, you're throwing all the way towards the sideline, so it's a longer throw. And you're right, if you miss short Reese, that DB gets to take it, collect it, and go back to the house the other direction. So you definitely want to miss long, but I just wouldn't say that long.
Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. To the air, it's Basco. Looking left. Makes the grab. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Flames will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Rides the back on the option to give. Wide open spaces. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
At the 50. First down for your Bulldogs. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Louisiana Tech 23, Liberty 10.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the backfield, it's Wilkerson. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the